We've got the right plan and an outstanding team. I mean, whether you're in Ottawa or London or Toronto, we have a strong team of candidates who have come from various walks of life, various backgrounds and professions, who want to bring change to Ontario. And what kind of change? It's in our plan. It's called Changebook, and your readers can see it at changebook.ca. But here's the bottom line. We just can't afford 4 more years of Dalton McGuinty. He's made life just unaffordable for families. So the change we want to bring will give families relief. It'll take the HST off heat and hydro, and take the debt retirement charge off the hydro bill as well, and also bring in an income tax reduction targeted particularly at middle-class families who are being squeezed. So a chance to concentrate, to spend on their priorities, and therefore create jobs. Change number 2 is to get government focused on what's important, health and education, and stop trying to be all things to all people and throw money at every problem that's under the sun. In the third area is just change to stand up for the values that we believe in as Canadians. That's why we rejected Dalton McGuinty's $10,000 affirmative action subsidy that divides worker against worker in Ontario, and why we stand for improvements in our criminal justice system to restore faith. For me, job creation is going to be job number 1. I was just at Algonquin College today, and I was at Conestoga a couple of days ago in Kitchener. And here are young people with fire in their eyes that want to be electricians, welders, plumbers, carpenters, and mechanics, and they can't get a job in Ontario. And they're heading out west to try to pursue a profession. I want to see that young talent working here in Ontario, raising a family, starting their own business. The kind of Ontario I lead will be, once again, the best place in all of Canada to get a good job. Not the part-time, low-wage jobs that the current government is trying to take credit for, but the kind of job that will be a ticket to the middle class. The second change is to give families immediate relief. I'm seeing families, seniors, struggling, families with kids who are saying, you know, Tim, I just can't pay the basics. I'm having trouble with my hydro bill. It's actually sitting there on the kitchen table unopened for days on end. So we're going to take the HST off heat, hydro, and the debt retirement charge. So for a typical family in Ontario, that's about $275 in savings right there. We're going to improve our healthcare system. Over our mandate, we'll invest $6.1 billion in healthcare in new funds. We're not going to spend it the same way that Dalton McGuinty does. He's wasted money on these regional health bureaucracies called the LHINs. We lost $1 billion in e-health. We'll put it towards patient care, and patients will be the focus of the healthcare system, not bureaucrats or fancy consultants. I'll give you a few quick bullets. We can talk about healthcare more if you like, but here's the bottom line. Bring more doctors into our province, particularly for underserviced areas. More long-term care beds, so people who need the treatment, need a residence, will find a home and a bed in much quicker time than today, where wait lists have tripled for long-term care beds. That will also relieve pressure from our hospital system, as people who should be in long-term care or home care can move out of the hospital, freeing up beds for more surgeries and taking away the backlog in the ER. So here's what I'll do in that respect. We're going to increase the number of spots in our post-secondary system by 60,000 positions. And we'll look at the best projects from the colleges and universities that will meet demands of the students and also link them with good jobs when they graduate. And the third thing that's part of the kind of big change I want to make to post-secondary is to create 200,000 more skilled trades positions. Work with the colleges so they can identify apprentices and then place them in good jobs. I mentioned that a bit earlier, so carpenters, plumbers, electricians. We have a paradox in Ontario right now of high unemployment, but a lack of skilled trades workers. So we'll create 200,000 new positions by working with the colleges and moving our journeyman to apprenticeship ratio to 1-to-1, like other provinces have. Basically taking our apprenticeship system out of the 1970s and pulling it into the 21st century. I just believe that energy should be about reliability and affordability. So whenever you add power to the system, it should be done on a transparent, competitive basis so you get the best technology at the best rate for the family who has to pay the bill. Our workhorses in the system have been nuclear power and hydroelectricity. They're clean, they're emissions free, and they also give you affordable base power. So we'll invest in those areas. We will close down the coal plants by 2014, but we're not going to replace them with wind or solar because that's too expensive. Wind and solar should complement the system, but you can't have a system at its core that's reliant on when the sun shines and the wind blows. So we'll convert Nanticoke and Lambton, our coal plants, to natural gas. It's cleaner, it's affordable, and we have willing host communities instead of trying to jam gas plants into residential neighborhoods like you folks are seeing in your readers in Mississauga and Oakville, where Don McGinty's had to backtrack to the tune of over probably $1.5 billion in canceling plants.